Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sir.
Mute up for Hello guys, so I connected with a different headphone this time. Uh, I think I might be still audible, but I'm still not kind of able to hear from your end.
Hello?
So what I'm going to do is
Hello, sir?
I will try to connect with a different device now. Okay, with with my mobile connection, and we'll try to kind of see the issue is from my device or is it an issue from the other end. Okay, so give me 1 second. Once again, guys, almost there. So I'm trying to connect from my mobile. So if the mobile also doesn't work, uh, so then I will be pretty sure that okay, it's not the problem with my laptop. So give me 1 second. Okay, almost there. And for the question that was there from Hema, is everyone else able to hear each
Hello?
other? Is
Hello,
that
sir?
right? Like you guys are
Hello,
able to
sir?
hear each other?
Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Am I audible? Hello, sir?
Yeah, now you're audible. Yes. So I
Okay, sir.
have
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so I have now connected from a different device, and it seems now there has been some issue with my laptop. Because I don't know the other portals like YouTube and all, I'm able to listen the sound, but I think there's some configuration issues with the Google Meet website itself. So
So we have been
that
raising the hands, but still you are not paying attention to like they're raising the hands or sending the messages. So we thought like,
okay. No, I took it as a kind of a acknowledgement that okay, there was no question. I thought like okay, it's something there's no question. So it was a little bit suspicious to me too.
so
Uh,
whenever like
uh,
we are raising a hand, you can take it like there is a question from somebody. So it will like.
oh, okay. Sure,
So
sure.
actually, sir, we missed some of we missed a couple of questions. Like even in the beginning when you were saying about like threat intel and incident response. So what I
Yeah,
mean to say, like, what is the role? What is the main role threat intel plays? So because I have seen people who just make their career in threat intel only, and there are
yeah.
people who just go with the security analyst only, and there are people who just move to incident response as a separate career. So actually, we want some brief clarity about like, is it like we can do all the three roles at a single point of time, or is it like we can move separately to these domains as a separate career?
Okay, okay. So
And
I will.
and what
Yeah.
and also what is the scope for each of those, like the future scope?
Okay, okay. So let me go to that one by one. So, and guys, sorry for that. I was not able to kind of take your questions earlier due to the missing voice. And I suspected that I'm able to explain everything properly. there is no question, guys, from your end. So sorry for that. So now I'll take questions one by one again. So the first question I understand, Sunil, from your end was about the threat intel. What's the future scope in that? Is that right? So can you again maybe repeat your questions if I am missing anything over here?
Yes, sir, the same question like threat intel, what exactly they are doing, and because I have
Mhm.
seen people they make separate care in threat intel and also in IR part. So is it
Mhm.
like we can do all the three steps, like we can do all of these at a single point, or is it like we have to choose separately between those three things, like and also forensic analysis, like it is like separate. It is a
Okay.
part of
Okay.
SOC, but
Okay, so let's start one by one with its components. Threat intel first. Okay, so threat intel again. This is something I like to say is that it depends on the organization funding. If they are planning to kind of set up a different team for the threat intel, or they are planning to kind of purchase a subscription of threat intel from a different organization. Okay, or they wanted to let the SOC guys also work for threat intel. So I will kind of work on those three parameters first, like what are the different scenarios. So let's say the fund is limited for the company at the starting phase, and they want that their own team should kind of what you say, their own team should kind of uh, handle threat intel. So in that case, what the company can do is that it's that let's say there are five SOC people in the team. What they can do is like they can ask uh, each member to bi-weekly, let's say at every 2 weeks, to become a member of Threat Enter. So what will happen is that in the slot. So let's say there are five people, and what can be done is for the limited fund, one people at every 2 weeks, at every 2 weeks uh, perform the threat enter. Okay, so it means like there will be a 24 into 7 coverage, which we wanted to kind of achieve in SOC, which is so at least one person will always be there as a kind of what you say as a threat intel guy for the company, and his or her job will be basically to kind of do few things. The first thing is like take a note of all the things that is kind of happening currently in the world, like what kind of attacks are happening, what kind of trends are happening, are there a kind of a new malwares that is on the system. So those are the things that they need to do, and let's discuss more about like what the functionality will be. So let's suppose one of the person is a threat intel guy for a week, let's say for 2 weeks. So there are few things that he or she will do. So the first thing will be like they will monitor the website, or they in most of the cases what happens is like rather than monitoring the website, we have an intel feed, set intel feed. Most of the time it's also free, and most of the time it's also paid. So let's say there is one organization which is, let's say, Mandiant Chat Intel feed. Okay. So one of the things that can be done is like let's say the company subscribe to this Mandiant Threat Intelligence, and it says like it's free. So they subscribe to that, and what will happen is that all the latest attack that is happening in the world, they will be kind of getting a note of that. Okay, from there for free. And the threat intel team, what the guy will do, he or she will read that. He or she will kind of read that, and then kind of what do you say. See what the threat intel feeds are necessary for your team to share. And let's say there were 100 threat intel feeds, and then he or she will figure out which of these 10 are basically eligible for your company. So let's say so there are threat intel feeds for a gaming company, for an example, but now you know that okay, that gaming field is not good for you because you are not into gaming industry, or nor you have any kind of relationship with that company. Okay, so you disregard those threat intel field, and then let's say there's one threat intel field regarding a new malware, let's say a new malware that was seen attacking North Korea, for an example. Okay, so what you do is like you get that threat intel feed, you understand that, and then you summarizes that like how that malware is working, what are the indicators of